Good morning, detailing gods. I gotta let you guys know, man. When it comes to business, you got to do business with both hands on the table. Some guys, I don't even do business with them no more. I don't care if they got the money. I don't even want it from them. Right? Universe take care of everything I need. Right? I don't necessarily need your money. Right? But when you start a cycle of doing bad business, then that's what comes back to you. So the second I see, I'm not saying that two people cannot disagree. I'm not saying that. If each person do what they're supposed to do, then it's done. There shouldn't be a problem. There shouldn't be an issue with what you agreed upon. For an example, if you agree to do the interior of a car, let's say you're supposed to wash it, let's say you're just doing a shampoo, leather treatment, and ceramic coating on the dashboard, right? So you'll say we're doing about a $450 job, right? Put some Scotch Guard on the seats and the carpet, and you get there and you find out that with the ceramic coating, you really can't tell if it's on there or not, so you're gonna skip it. You know what I'm saying? With the Scotch Guard, you can't really tell if it's there or not unless you spill something, so you're gonna skip it. You dirty. Right? And what happens is this joint's just gonna come right back to you, bro. Multiply. So, there was a moment in the Bible. This lady they told Jesus, we got this lady over here, she full of demons, right? And he went over to the lady, right? Pimp walked to the lady and said, no, the demons, he said, yo, who are you? And the demon said, we are many, right? They call us Legion, right? And he said, all right, you got to get out of there, all right? They said, listen, we'll get out of here, no problem, but allow us to go into these pigs. And that's a whole different esoteric, teaching. I don't really feel like getting into the disembodiment of angels and how they have. I don't want to get into all that. But the point is this: he cast out them demons out of that lady, and in that same hour, she was all right. All right, she still was crazy, but she still all right. I mean, you had like 6 million demons in you, you'd be crazy too, right? And these demons, they just represent different personalities, bad habits, destruction. Destruction is what it represents. So when you do business with people, right, and you not like I'm telling you, there are sharks out here that I see these young boys starting their detailing business and they think they just gonna come up and be like just making all this bread. But that's not gonna happen. You're gonna get in a room with these sharks and they're gonna start picking your little business apart. Right? Your foundation got to be correct. That's why I try and tell cats, man. Your foundation got to be correct, bro. So make sure you got your business license, man. I'm not saying I started without a business license, right? But I got one eventually. Okay? Most cats, you don't need but one detail to buy your daggone business license. Matter of fact, they don't even require it for the first one. I think in most states you can make up to $10,000, right? In North Carolina, you can do. In North Carolina, you can get your business license any old time, man. It costs $50, right? Just costs $50, man. But you legit, right? That's one demon that you ain't got to battle. That's one demon you ain't got to cast out, right? One fight you ain't got to have. And when you do business with people, if you supposed to do the Scotch Guard, bro, do the Scotch Guard. Don't charge people for stuff and then you don't do it. Because that demon gonna there's a teaching where in the Bible where Jesus said every time you cast out one demon, it comes back 7 times strong with 7 more of them, plus that one. So there's really 8 demons just coming back. All right, and so that's your energy. So when you do something, I'm not saying God is always like, I dare you do something wrong. It ain't like that. It ain't like that. It's just your own energy, right? If you decide to do that thing wrong, right? Okay, boom, boom, it's coming right back to you. But if you decide to do that thing right, then boom, boom, it comes right back to you, right? In abundance, right? In abundance. And that's how you want to carry yourself as you go out this week, right? So if you only got one car to do this week, kill that joint, man. Do it to the best of your ability. Give that person things that you normally take time to practice. Give that customer things that they normally wouldn't have. I guarantee they'll call you back. I remember this cat. I went and worked out with this dude, man. I had no idea who he was. I just happened to see the dude on Facebook, and I was like, yo, this dude, he's built like Captain America, right? I was like, yo, you do training? I'm trying to look like Captain America, bro. So I went and worked out with him. And then he said, yo, Prince, I know you, man. I know you from back in the day when you first started your detailing business. He said you was down at the barbershop and you was on my man car, the owner of the barbershop. His name was Mario. I'm doing Mario car, right? And like, I remember that detail, and I'll never forget it, because I was practicing on his car, right? I ain't had nothing else to do. Mario was gonna give me $25 to clean his car. I ain't had nothing else to do. So I said, I'm just gonna practice on this car, right? So I'm out there, I done shampooed, he only gave me $25. I done shampooed my man car, I done buffed and waxed this. I was on my man car for 4.5 hours, bro, for $25, right? And that joint was so clean. It was so clean. It was so clean that he had me do his wife car, his mom car, his homeboy car, this other dude car, my man down the street car. He was paying for it, bro, just because this dude. Now I wasn't doing no 4.5 hour details on the mugs though. I gave him a good wash and wax. That's all I did for $25. Good wash and wax, right? But when you pull out that equipment, when you pull out that buffer, they're like, oh my God, because most detailers, they scared of buffers. This is what I don't understand. How you a detailer and you don't even carry a buffer? Like, it's cool. I don't even carry a buffer anymore, but it's not that I can't use one. Right? If I got some serious paint correction, then I'll use one. But honestly, I ain't even gonna try and fight this car. If that joint needs some serious paint correction to it, I'm gonna take it to one of my homies and then he gonna wet sand this whole car. I ain't fighting this joint. Right, cats be going through the swirl mark, step 1, step 2, and it's cool. You can step 1, step 2, step 3. Nah, bruh. I'm doing 2 steps. Wet sand, polish. Done. $1,200. That's what you get. Wet sand, polish. Done. Now, if you guys want to know about how to wet sand, if that's what you into, just hit me up, 919-972-8063. I'll teach you how to wet sand, no big deal. But if you want to know how a smart way to learn how to wet sand, you can forget about it, right? Just forget about, like, the skill. The skill is valuable, learning how to wet sand, right? If you know how to do it, if you know how to wet sand, then yeah, the skill is valuable because you can just start wet sanding any old given time, right? It ain't that daggone hard to do, right? Most people you just got to get up, you got to get past the fear. The fear I'm gonna scratch somebody's car, but really all you're doing is scratching the whole car up anyway, right? So you just put the scratches in and then you buff the scratches out. That's really what wet sanding is. You put the scratches in and you buff them out. You make everything one level, then you buff that bad boy out, right? Well, this is what I do, okay? My man got an old school. He called me, say, "Oh, Prince, just got this old school in. I need this joint wet sanded." Oh no, he said I need it restored. I need you to take a look at it, right? Because you don't look. I got this joint coming out called $1,000 detail. How to find $1,000 detail? Look, just stop playing with those little $200. Yo, catch me out there, watch it. Let me get to it. My man called me up. He wanted me to come out there. I take a look at his car, right? Old school joint, and the paint on it is pretty good. All right, so this is what I did. I said, look, I don't know what it's going to take for me to restore this whole joint, but I know it need to be completely wet sanded. All right? And then it need to be buffed out and polished. Okay? He said, okay. I said, but let me take a quick assessment of the paint, all right? I took it. I said, let me take it to the body shop. I'm telling you, you got to use the skills that you have, right? I took it to the body shop, right? Because my customers cool with me because they know I ain't going to steal a car. You do good business, good people, you always find good people. Do honest business, you find honest people, right? So I took it to my man at the body shop, my Hispanic brother. He looked at it. I said, bro, can this paint be, can it be resurrected, right? He said, there's nothing wrong with this paint. Got a few swirl marks in it, but, you know, he said, hey, I wet sand it, and then I buff it out. It's gonna look brilliant, right? I said, how much you gonna charge me, homie? He said $300. I said, bet. I gave him $500, right? Charged my man $1,200. Got it back to him in the same day, while I was spending time with my children and wife. Same day, right? But it wasn't that day though. I just said on Saturday, we're gonna put it in there. We're gonna do it now in six hours, man. Then we're gonna put it back in there. Boom. Right? So find yourself what I'm saying is find yourself a good body shop guy. You know? And you have to hunt down in a $1,000 detail course. What I'm teaching in there is how to find the $1,000 detail. Right? That's the main thing. And you always got to be looking for it because it comes in many different shapes and sizes. Right? You might think that $1,000 detail might be a Maserati. That's probably not a $1,000 detail. It's probably like a $20 detail, $25 detail. It can be a $1,000 detail if they ain't already got ceramic coating. You got to check and see though. But most of those, if it's a newer car, then they have ceramic coating already on there. All right. But if you don't even know how to do ceramic coating, you can't even get the $1,000 detail in the first place because you don't know how to do it. Anyway, you want to learn how to do it? You call me 919-972-8063. 919-972-8063. The $1,000 detail come in many shapes and many sizes. Okay, you just got to be aware of where it's at. All right, so throughout the day, in most days, in most weeks, man, when I count up how many times I approached people and didn't get the money, for instance, let's say I'm selling, all right, so I'm selling this house, right? I sold the house, but let's say I'm selling the house. I'm selling this house for $130,000, right? I got people who have the money. They have $130,000, right? Now, I had to go through maybe 25 of them to get to that one. I had to deal with 25 lowballing. They said they wanted the house. Like, the house gonna sell. The house gonna sell. That's what I'm saying. Your detailing business and your chemicals, they gonna sell. It's just a matter of time, how it sells and how you push it. Anyway, I ended up selling that house in 2 weeks, right? So, but I had to go through 25 people to get to that one person. And I'm thinking like the whole time when I'm getting rejected. I'm like, I am the best salesman on the world. I'm fighting the thoughts in my mind, right? Because they say the thoughts in my mind tell you, oh, you trash. You can't even sell a house, man. It's everything. Nah, I'm telling myself I'm the best salesman in the world. I'm going to sell this house this week. Even if I didn't sell the house that week, I'm just going to keep saying it. I'm just going to keep saying it. And just keep saying it. And just keep saying it. Right? Anyway, end up selling it in 2 weeks. And, but I had to go through 25 different people. Now, what I thought that it was a good experience to have sold like my first house, right? It was an experience. And what I found out is that, dang, dude, my daggone, like before, I thought my email list was dope. But now I got 25 people in this month who I know got $200,000. That's how many contacts. I made sure that even if they didn't buy, they remember who I am. Right? So you get your people to remember who you are. Right? By constantly reminding them about their car and their car needs. With $1,000 detail, you have to be in tune with that client. You have to, I don't have the correct words. Come on. So, you have to educate the customer is the word I was looking for. Educate the customer on their car desires or their needs. Okay? If you see a Porsche 911 and you do detailing and you ain't doing nothing anyway, follow the daggone Porsche. Don't get arrested though. Right? But that's your client. Don't let your client just drive all over to the car wash and stuff. They put dirty water on your client cars and stuff. Tell your client that you've been looking for him. Just go and introduce yourself. Hey, and hopefully you look professional. And you don't look like a daggone bum. And your truck clean. And your equipment clean. You represent a cleaning business, but your stuff dirty. I'm telling you, I'm preaching to myself. Your wife car dirty. Somebody had hit my wife car, man, and we had to get a rental car, right? And but even with that rental car, you keep that mug clean, bro. I ain't riding around in no dirty car. Not for long. I'd take it to somebody else's car wash and get them to clean it. I am so done with that, with jack leg detailers, bootleg detailers, man, and cash scan. You have to invest in yourself first. Invest in your business second. Okay? And invest in your mentors third. That's what you have to do. Invest in yourself first. When I say invest in yourself, I'm not saying from a monetary point of view. You can. Like when it comes to your attire, right? And the things that you wear, even down to your socks, right? Invest in yourself. You want to feel good all the way down from the sole of your feet to the top of the crown of your head, right? And you walk around in that vibration, then what happens is you bring about, the money comes to you. You don't have to do a whole lot of work. The money comes to you because it wants to come to those who feel good, that love money and enjoy making it and multiplying it. Because if you can't multiply it, it ain't gonna keep coming back all the time. You gotta keep multiplying. Man, I hope I said something to bless you. I pray that heaven smile upon you. Till next time, grind time, Prince, Beast Mode Marketing.